2HD, and I know you're going to enjoy this very final speedway meeting of our bicentennial year. One that's the clash of two nations that's always produced some great speedway, the clash between Australia and the United States in the four-wheel action. Australia lead by 1-0 right here at the Newcastle International Motordrome, and tonight they're out to try and make it a clean sweep of the series, or the start for the clean sweep of the series, by making it 2-0 and clinching the three-test series tonight if they can. The drivers who are going to try and do it, give them a big Aussie cheer. In the number 6 car on the end of the lineup, the guy who did so well in the very first test for Australia, John Brown. Good luck tonight, John. Driving the number 2 car, also a member of the successful first test team, Bob Brewer. Driving the number 4 car, his night ended with a little bit of a crash in the wall last time. He's not going to do that tonight, Stu Robertson. And the number 1 driver for the team, the captain of the Aussies, John Pine. John, good luck tonight. One test up in the series, and no doubt you're out to try and, well, drive the nail in the coffin tonight.
Yes, Ross, we want to win 3-0. We didn't come here to win one of them. We want to win the 3 of them.
John, I suppose with the bicentennial year coming to a close, this is the last of the speedway meetings, a clash between Australia and the United States. You blokes must be on a high.
We're on a high, Ross, and all systems go here tonight. I think the team's a real good team, and if we can do a team effort, we'll beat them 2-0.
Who's rooting for the Aussies out there? Give them a big cheer. If you're a Yank supporter, let me introduce you to the American drivers who did so well in the first test match under some pretty tough conditions. In the number 1 car, the American captain, John Pearson. John, welcome back to the Motordrome, and I know why you're all smiles, because you've been up north and you've killed them.
Yeah, well, we didn't kill them. We just won by 1 point one place and a couple of points the other place, but we did win, and that's the main thing. So
yeah, win's a win.
We're on a roll right now. We're just going to continue on.
Now, the first test match was pretty incident-packed. The thing that disappointed me a little was a couple of the problems that you had with the cars, because they were big problems on the night. They weren't little ones.
Well, that's right. Some of them were self-inflicted, like me hitting the wall over here. I was in a kind of a rage and on dialed on kill, which I learned how to do that in Vietnam, but I forgot how to be accurate, I guess. But anyway, tonight, hopefully, if Mr. Pine agrees, we'll have some good racing, and there won't be any of that. But
well, you're on.
That might be kind of difficult, because I think number 1 on his car is his IQ and not his ability to drive.
Listen, you've got the pressure on you tonight, because you're down by 1-0. It's a 3-test series, and this is a win-at-all-cost situation.
Well, you're right. It is, too. Well, any race that we enter is a win-at-all-cost situation, because that's what we're here for. We don't come this far to lose races, but you know, you can't win them all, but I'll tell you, we're going to give it our best shot anyway.
Well, let me introduce the rest of your team to the people that might be here in our Newcastle area on holidays. In the number 2 car, the man who did so well for the United States in first test, Steve Beitler. Make him welcome back to Newcastle. In the number 3 car, Mr. Consistency, Mike Klein. Welcome back, Mike. And the guy who's all smiles, whether he wins, loses or draws, Chuck Wardell in the number 4 car. Good on you, Chuck. Welcome back to Newcastle. John, would you please rejoin me here in the centre of the arena, and John Pine, and we'll make the toss for this all-important second test match. Australia leading by 1 test match to 0. It's a 3-test series. The Americans must win this one to level the series. John has the coin. It's a shiny $1 coin.
I want to see the other side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, 2 heads. I'll call heads.
He calls heads, and it's a tail. The Australians have won the toss. Good luck tonight, John Pearson. Good luck. Let's pick up the excitement of the last 3 heats. The Aussies lead by 4 points. Good start. Brown on the outside. Pearson on the inside for the United States. The Aussie driver, John Brown, is going to keep the foot down. John Pearson on the inside is going to keep his foot down. Who's going to give in first? John Brown driving determinately, goes round the outside of Pearson, and a great drive by John Brown, who goes to the lead, and the Aussie Kangaroos are hopping out in front. John Brown's the leader from John Pearson, the American captain, who's trying hard in second place, but John Brown is driving brilliantly at the moment. Here's Pearson coming back at him on the inside. Brown and Pearson are having a tremendous battle for the lead. Then comes Chuck Wardell, followed by Bob Brewer. coming around to get the white flag. 1 lap to go, and John Brown has shown some true Aussie grit here. He got the lead and he's going to hang on to it, and look at Brewer serving it up to Wardell. The Australians want to drive the nail in the coffin of the United States drivers. John Brown is starting to motor right away from them. And look, let's see if Bob Brewer can dive up and grab a point. I don't think he can. Brown is first, followed by Pearson, then Wardell. And Bob Brewer missed out on the point. That's virtually what the Aussies want, a tied situation from here on in. The Americans are now going to find themselves in a gotta-win situation. The Americans have got to win heats from here on in. The time, the fastest heat time so far, 1 minute 6.158. So it's 3 points to John Brown, 2 points to John Pearson, 1 point to Chuck Wardell, 3 all from the heat. Australia 32 lead the United States 28.
And that was only 8/10 outside the track record held by John Pearson. So that's a super drive from John Brown, only the second time out after the break. And he's had some problems tonight, but no problems now. And could we see a track record go here tonight? It's been held for almost 12 months to the day. 30th of January, in fact, last year, John Pearson got that record, so it's 11 months old. Could it be broken tonight? The track now is in top order. Stu Robertson for the Australians is out, 32-28 the score. 2 races left for the Americans. They've got to grab a 5-1 and then they have to go on and win the last heat. The Australians could bury them here. A 4-2 would just about do it. Mike Klein and John Pearson will be the American drivers. Now what's happening with the Australian camp? It looks like Bob Brewer. Bob Brewer will be looking for another win. He's already had one tonight. He's driven well, Bob. Got 8 points so far from his drives. The leading driver tonight, Mike Klein and John Pearson, clinging on to the American hopes. Don't forget, Australia might wrap up the Test Series 2-0 if they win tonight, but it'll make the National Tour Series 2-all. So Australia and America around the country, neck and neck. And it could well come down to the third test that will be on here in the coming months to sort out the real winner for the 88-89 season. We think it's going to be Australia. Let's see if they can prove it here. Just about set. Yes, he gave them away this time, and Pearson bolted off the inside. Stu Robertson immediately gets the better of Klein and Bob Brewer into second. So it's pretty even at the moment. Klein goes around the outside. Stu Robertson holds him off in a good drive. Klein throwing everything at Robertson. Nearly takes it sideways. Stu Robertson up on the dirt track, and Mike Klein takes into third. Hope for the Americans as Pearson gets away. Bob Brewer clinging on to second. Mike Klein could get up on Tate Brewer here, and that could be a 5-1. Stu Robertson's out of the race. Oh no, tragedy for the Australians. Could the Americans pull the fat out of the fire? Bob Brewer, you've just got to hang on to that 2-point son. John Pearson in front. He drifted off. Bob Brewer trying to get up and beat him now, but Mike Klein's right on his hammer too. Mike Klein could still even win this race theoretically. That's how close they are. Only a garbage bag would cover him. John Pearson leads into the straight for the last time with a white flag. Bob Brewer holding off the determined challenges from Klein. Klein up on the inside. Brewer noses him out though. Bob Brewer hanging on grimly for the Australians. Mike Klein comes at him once again. John Pearson will get the 3 points. Bob Brewer, Mike Klein. Brewer held on to second. Klein was third. 4-2 to the Americans. Let's sort it out now. 4-2 to the Americans in heat 11 gives 3 points to John Pearson. 1 point to Mike Klein takes them on to 32. 2 points to Bob Brewer takes the Australians on to 34. So it is only 2 points the difference coming into the final event. A 4-2 for the Americans would tie it all up.
So it will be Brown and Pine protecting the Australian 2-point lead. The Americans are not beyond a win. If they could run first and second, they can win the test. If they can run first and third, they will square the test match. So the Americans are not beyond a a win. Now, the Americans will know that, and this is going to be the critical heat, heat 12, the last heat of the second test, and this test match has gone right down to the wire. Klein and Wardell for the Americans.
Well, John Pearson pinning his faith in his teammates.
It's been a real team effort all round tonight,
yeah.
Sean. The Australians have needed some team driving, and that was seen when Robertson and Pine gave Australia that all-important 4-point break. And now we'll see some teamwork here as the Americans, Steve Beitler and John Pearson, are over there wishing their driver Mike Klein all the best as he comes out to face the pressure of this final heat, heat 12. The second Super Sedan test brought to us by Tetra Engineering has been a bottler. Australia have the 1 and 4 positions in the test match. Pine will have 1, Brown will have 4 for the Americans, Klein will have 2, and Wardell will have 3.
Can Pine get that kick along on the inside like he did in the previous?
Well, where are the Aussie supporters? Can they win the test? This is heat 12, and they've got the green. It was Mike Klein who went to the lead on the outside of John Pine. Pine on the inside, Klein on the outside. They're running door handle to door handle. And look at John Brown. John Brown driving like a man possessed is going to drive the mail right into the Yankee coffin. Have you seen anything like it? John Pine and John Brown have combined brilliantly with an absolutely super drive by John Brown to come from position 4 to drive into position 2 and protect his team captain John Pine. Whoa, boy, the Aussie fans are alive and cheering as the Australians have position 1 and 2 in heat 12 with John Pine the leader, John Brown covering him in second place, and try as they may with 1 lap to go, the Americans Chuck Wardell and Mike Klein can't do any better. John Pine has the lead. The captain's going to bring the Aussies home in the last heat. Down to take the checkered flag, it's John Pine first, John Brown second, Chuck Wardell third, and a last heat time of 1 minute 7.131, an incredible 5-1 to the Australians in the final heat, which means that Australia win the test match and win the series. Australia 39, the USA 33. The Australian team in the back of the French Brothers tyres ute. Give them a big round of applause. They have taken out the Tetra Engineering second sedan super test by 6 points. The Americans on the back of the Kevin Hine ute under the Stars and Stripes, give them a big cheer because they really served it up to the Australians tonight. And this is your chance as the fans of the two teams to let them know that you appreciated the great test match that both teams provided tonight.